You grab your keys, say your dog's name, and they come bounding over, tail going a million miles an hour. But the second you pull up to the vet's parking lot, that same dog is now a trembling, panting, four-legged anchor who absolutely refuses to walk through the door. Sound familiar? If you're nodding right now, you are not alone, and more importantly, it doesn't have to stay this way. Today we're talking about why so many dogs develop a fear of the vet, and we're breaking down 5 real, actionable strategies you can start using right now to help your dog feel calmer, safer, and actually okay with the whole experience. So let's get into it. First, it helps to understand what's actually going on in your dog's mind. Dogs experience the world almost entirely through their senses: smell, sound, and touch. And the vet clinic is basically a sensory overload of everything their instincts tell them to be cautious about. There are unfamiliar animals nearby, strangers handling them in ways they didn't consent to, strange chemical smells, cold metal surfaces, and on top of all that, there's often some level of discomfort involved, whether it's a vaccine, a temperature check, or just being poked and prodded. Your dog doesn't understand that it's all in their best interest. All they know is that this place feels unpredictable and sometimes painful. And once that association gets locked in, it's really hard to shake, unless you're intentional about it. So where do you start? The first strategy is something that changed the game for a lot of dog owners, and it's called the happy visit. The idea is simple. Don't only take your dog to the vet when they have an appointment. Start dropping in when there's nothing on the agenda. Just walk in, let your dog sniff around, say hi to the front desk staff, practice a few basic commands like sit or down, hand out some treats, and leave. That's it. No needles, no exam table, no stress. Just a casual, positive experience in a place they've been conditioned to dread. When you do this consistently, something really powerful starts to happen. Your dog's brain begins to rewrite the association. Instead of this place equals bad things, it slowly becomes this place is actually kind of fine. Sometimes I even get treats here. The vet clinic starts to feel familiar instead of threatening. And familiar, for dogs, equals safe. It takes time, but if you can do even 1 or 2 of these happy visits a month, you will notice a difference. Now, speaking of treats, let's talk about how to use them correctly, because this matters more than you might think. Treats are one of the most powerful tools you have for building positive associations anywhere, including the vet. But there's a right way and a wrong way to use them in this context. The right way is to reward bravery. When your dog allows the vet or a technician to touch them, examine them, or do something they find uncomfortable, reward that. Mark that moment with a treat, and let your dog know they did something really good. The wrong way is using food to lure a terrified dog into a situation they're clearly not ready for. Like dragging them onto the scale with a treat dangling in front of their nose while they're shaking. That's not building confidence, it's just overriding their fear temporarily. And it can actually backfire over time. Save the high-value treats, the real good stuff, the cheese, the chicken, the whatever makes your dog lose their mind, for moments when they choose to be brave. That distinction makes all the difference. The third strategy is something you can work on every single day at home, and it's called desensitization to touch. A huge part of what makes vet visits stressful is the physical handling. Vets and techs need to touch your dog's paws to check their nails, open their mouth to look at their teeth, press on their belly, look in their ears, and for a lot of dogs who haven't been prepared for that kind of contact, it feels scary and invasive. So start practicing at home. Gently handle your dog's paws, touch between their toes, lift their lips to look at their teeth, hold their head, press softly on their sides. Do this during calm moments, not when they're already wound up, and pair every bit of it with calm praise and the occasional treat. Once they're comfortable with you doing it, ask a friend or a family member they know well to do the same thing. Then work your way towards someone they're less familiar with. You're essentially building a bridge from I trust you to I can tolerate being handled by a stranger. And the key word there is gradually. Always move at your dog's pace. If they're showing signs of stress, wail I, lip licking, stiffening up, slow down and back off. Progress that sticks is progress that doesn't overwhelm. Now, for some dogs, the anxiety is so significant that no amount of treats and happy visits feels like enough in the beginning. And that's where the fourth strategy comes in, considering temporary medication. I want to be clear, this isn't about permanently sedating your dog or using medication as a shortcut to skip the training. It's about giving a genuinely anxious dog just enough of a buffer so that they can actually absorb the positive experiences you're trying to create. When a dog is in full panic mode, they cannot learn. Their nervous system is in survival mode, and no treat in the world is going to break through that wall. A short-term, vet-prescribed anti-anxiety medication can take just enough of the edge off so that your dog is reachable. So the training can actually land. Talk to your vet about this, they deal with it all the time, and there are gentle, well-tolerated options available. And the fifth strategy, this one is for anyone who has a puppy at home right now, or who's planning to bring one home. Start early. Like, yesterday early. Puppies have what's called a socialization window, a period in their development when new experiences are absorbed and filed away as normal rather than threatening. And the vet clinic absolutely needs to be one of those experiences. Start bringing your puppy in for happy visits before they've had anything stressful happen there. Let the staff fuss over them. Let them explore. Make it a party. Because a puppy who grows up thinking the vet is just another fun place to go will become an adult dog who walks through that door without a second thought. You are setting the foundation for every vet visit they'll ever have. That's a huge gift to give them. Now here's the bottom line. If your dog currently dreads the vet, that's not a personality flaw, it's a learned response. And learned responses can be unlearned. Not overnight, not in a week, and sometimes not even in a month. But with consistent baby steps, with patience, and with the strategies we talked about today, happy visits, smart use of treats, touch desensitization, medication if needed, and starting young, you will see change. Real, lasting change that makes vet visits less stressful for your dog, and honestly, a whole lot less stressful for you too. If this helped you, drop a comment and let me know where your dog is on the vet anxiety scale, like a 1 being totally chill, and a 10 being full drama llama. I read every single one. And if you've got a friend whose dog turns into a different animal at the vet, share this with them, it might just change things for their pup.